You're listening to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers with your hosts Greg Barrett and Kane Holloway.
Hey guys.
Oh no.
Hey, Kane.
Sultry and sexy. I was
man.
more talking to a
Was that-
listener than you know. I mean, unless you want me to talk to you like that, I could talk to you like that if you
It
like.
sounded like you were talking to Pat and I.
No, not at all.
Like, the thing is, and if that is the way you talk to the listener, I apologize to the listener.
Why would you apologize to the listener?
They don't need to be assaulted
They
like that.
love my voice.
There's no reason
This
for you
is
to.
soothing and wonderful.
There's no reason for you to come onto the audience. Like,
I'm not coming onto the audience. I'm just
Yeah,
talking to them in a slow,
you put a
melodic.
vibe out there, though.
Hell
sort
yeah,
of.
baby.
Oh no.
Soothing. You don't like it?
I don't care for any of it. Really. It's dirty.
Greg's not a morning person. I can feel it in his demeanor.
No, I like the morning.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're coming in hot.
I'm coming in hot, man. I wake up hot. I'm not like, I be honest with you, I don't think I have an opinion about the morning. I don't dislike it.
I hate it.
Do you?
Hate it.
Oh. I hate the afternoon.
Oh, I love the afternoon.
The afternoon's the worst.
Oh, I love it so much.
I can't wait till the sun goes down.
I'm also a nap guy. So as soon as I wake up, I'm right back in bed. I love it so much. I love to sleep. I hope you guys are ready because I have some shit for you guys in segment one.
Yeah. Personal shit or what?
No, not personal shit. Well, yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Okay.
I got new date ideas.
Oh
No. No.
Come on.
No, I already hate this.
You ready?
When you said you had something to start the show with, I didn't mean. So you want to just end? You want to end the show in a segment?
I mean,
You
we
want to
could.
start it? You want to start it so it ends?
Yeah, I mean, essentially.
Oh my god.
The show in general, or you ready for these date ideas? They're gonna fucking blow your dick off. Here we go. Date idea number one: the Willy Wonka date.
Hate it. I hate it.
It's candy. How do you hate it? Candy's your favorite thing.
I do love candy.
Get ready, because this one is right up your alley, Greg. You set up all your rooms in your house as different candy stations. Also, you have to invite Pat over to hang out in the house and sing songs. He also has to be painted orange.
Oh God.
And wear a green wig.
No.
Each candy station room should have a life and death element to them. Fill the bathtub with melted chocolate and then shove your date in it, and don't let them get out until Pat, painted in orange, sings a song to let them out.
Oh my God.
Put a soda on the top of a ladder near a ceiling fan and have them drink it without hitting their head on the ceiling fan, and the only way they can get off the ladder is if they burp. Each burp gets them one step down.
Okay.
I'm not done. Oh, no. Have your date eat blue Sour Patch Kids and then make them wear an inflated sumo painted suit, painted blue, and then body shame them and roll them around the house. And if they do all this, then they get a golden ticket to the upside down elevator, aka the bedroom.
Oh my God.
What do you think?
I don't even know where to begin or start, or even if I should address any of it, because it falls apart on itself.
How so?
From the beginning.
What do you mean? I mean, you do it the way you want. It could just be each room is different candies. You don't have to like recreate the movie. But it's
So if you're a Gen Xer, maybe you get this. But if you're our listening audience, this doesn't make any sense to you at all.
how does people not know about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
A lot of people don't know about Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory.
I-
or they know Johnny Depp's
Ugh.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I have another one. You ready for this one?
Uh-uh.
We're just going to move past that into this one. The fake mustache date. You both spend the entire date wearing fake mustaches. You have to talk, eat, kiss, and have sex wearing fake mustaches the entire time. Also, you both have to solve a murder.
What?
Your face.
Oh no.
When you talk, I get the feeling that I don't like anything.
Yeah.
Like that I don't like stuff.
You
Like
don't, I don't think you do like stuff.
Well, I hate fake mustaches.
Why?
They're ridiculous. They drive me crazy.
I would get you a fake mustache. I would hope that you would wear it.
I wouldn't wear it.
Why not? It's a gift from me, your friend, your closest
Just
friend.
give me 2 months and I'll grow one.
Okay, so grow a mustache.
I tried.
So you can't. So you need my fake mustache.
I can. It's weird. The hair on my face never adds up to a mustache.
Oh.
Like there's plenty of hair, but it just looks like my lip is super dirty.
It looks like
It just
it looks
never.
like you
it never
put
just.
glue and then somebody threw some
just,
hair on you.
It's just not even that good. It just looks dirty.
Okay, how about this one? The TikTok date. You invite 100 guys out to the park, and they stand in line, and they each have 15 seconds to entertain you and keep your attention. If they do, you send them to your friends to get their opinion. But if they don't, you swipe up, and they leave your eyesight forever, having successfully destroyed their self-esteem.
Have you been drinking water?
Yeah, I have.
Like, have you been hydrated?
I have.
Because I want to know where the delirium comes from. You know, and so I'm like worried about your health a little bit.
You call out 100 guys, and they have to entertain you. In like a king servant type of way.
You know, when you said you had a way to open the show, I
Yeah.
thought you meant a good way.
You ready for this one? You ready for this one? The multiverse of madness date. Get a 6-sided die and 6 different date ideas to do in one day. Roll the die and then consult the date list to see which one you do first. But your date list has to be weird and random. So this is my 6 dates you have to do in one day. First, hot dog eating contest. 2, rent a Sea-Doo for the afternoon. 3, reconcile with your dad. 4, go to the zoo and yell political rhetoric at the animals. 5, buy something you don't need or already have from Bed Bath & Beyond, like a toilet bowl scrubber, and give it to someone you don't like. Oh my God. And 6, watch an Applebee's employee training video. And those are all my date ideas for this episode.
Wow. Wow. I don't really know where I am right now.
Why? You don't want to go on any of those dates?
No, I just look forward to us starting the show.
We're started. We're in it. Oh, no.
That wasn't content.
That was beautiful content. I think the multiverse of madness date has legs. I think it has legs.
I think you're going to get a lot of negative feedback on those dates.
When do I not? Give me a time I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
In 132 episodes?
Yeah. I can see you actually doing the fake mustache one.
I have. I've done the fake mustache one. Yeah,
No, you haven't.
I have so. I gave a girl a fake mustache.
She didn't wear it, though.
She did so. She wore it. And I wore mine. When we like walked down the boardwalk in our fake mustaches. And everyone was like, "Hey, nice mustaches." She was cool. Didn't work out though.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, that was what I did yesterday. What did you guys do?
Wow, that's incredible.
Took me all day.
That's incredible. Were you excited when you were doing it? Yeah.
I love making fucking date ideas. It's my favorite thing.
Uh-huh.
It's so fun.
And are you gonna really try any of these dates with your new girlfriend?
I think I'm gonna do the multiverse of madness date with her. Yeah, we'll do random shit. I'll get like 6 different date ideas, and when she comes to San Diego, I'm gonna roll a die, and then we're gonna do all of them. And it's gonna be a good time. Tell me that one isn't. Like, as soon as I thought of it, I'm like, that's fucking good. That's good. That's something you could do on Hinge. That's like a prompt on Hinge. Whatever. You guys are old and stupid.
I don't know. You know, I wish this had something to do with age, but it doesn't.
It has everything to do with age.
It has nothing to do with age.
You guys have lost your whimsy. I thought you guys would be on my, especially for the Wonka date, you candy-loving psycho. But no, can't be that. Absolutely not.
I like a date where you can have candy,
Yeah, you can have all the candy in the world. It's the Willy Wonka date.
but I don't need to get on a ladder or get
don't-
in a sumo suit.
Don't do that then.
I don't. Anybody who's been in a sumo suit, wants to be in a sumo suit, likes a sumo suit, is not a friend of mine. Oh God. Sumo suits make me so sad.
Why?
Because that's like retaliation. That's like Bachelor Nation date idea.
Yeah.
Sumo suits are something that they take beautiful women and or men and force them into so they can have a fool edit on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I hate it.
Yeah. In my date scenario, only one person gets into the fat suit, and then the other person body shames them the whole time. So, you learn a lesson. You learn a lesson about who you're dealing with.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Also, you get the golden ticket to the upside down elevator, which we all know what that means. It's unclean, baby. Fucking.
If you could find somebody to fuck you after one of these days.
Well, let me tell you something, my friend. I sure have. I'm a lucky man. Anyway, what do you guys want to do next? Move on to the question? We got a question in at our Gmail at dtbffpodcast@gmail.com. Patry, in your opinion, is it at all constructive to tell or inform a toxic effer that he or she is such, and that's the express reason why you don't /call /text /see /email them any longer? I mean, apart from a modicum of satisfaction one might derive from doing so, and the hope that they'll then take a hint and leave you alone going forward. Do you tell someone that they're a fucker?
I'm going through this right now with somebody who went kind of maskless during COVID and sent a lot of links to, anti-mask, anti-vaccine, and I don't know what to say to them.
Yeah.
I don't need to tell them that they're wrong.
Right.
And I don't need to shame them in any way. And then I also don't need to explain why I don't want to be friends. I just have blocked and in other cases just ignored them.
Yeah.
I think at one point they sent me something and wrote back and said stop.
You said stop?
Yeah.
Oh.
Stop.
What did they say to that?
I don't understand.
Oh, and they wanted to start something with you?
And they were like, do you not like me? Are we not friends? Blah, 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 blah. And I didn't write back.
Oh.
Because we were friends, and I'm fine with that. But I have nothing to say now.
Right.
It's gone in a direction where there's only going to be a fight.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have the fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like it's okay to just be like, you know what? If you'll figure it out. I think you know why. I'm sure he knows why.
Right. Do you are you someone that is comfortable with conflict?
Not necessarily. Not really. I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Not at all. I'm not comfortable with conflict. No.
How do you do in a conflict situation?
Badly.
You do? Do you? What do you do?
I lose my train of thought. I can't stay focused on I'm easily swayed that I might be wrong. It all depends.
So do you then have to keep the topic at hand? You just have to, if you need to ever say your piece and then that's it? You just have to be done with it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's applicable in this situation, but only if somebody, if you're, for me, if a friend of mine had texted me, are we no longer friends or something, I would have said, yeah, let's jump on a phone call so I can tell you why this isn't working and why we probably shouldn't be friends anymore. I would do that for sure. Right. But I tend to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds terrible to me. I
just don't like any gray, in these scenarios. I need you to know exactly what I'm thinking when we get to that point. Or if there's a strain somewhere and the relationship is important enough to me to hash it out. Other times, no, I straight up just don't even worry about it. I'm no, I'm done with them and I also don't need to explain why. And being incommunicado is also a good It's a good way to just tell them they're a fucker.
Yeah, I mean, it just all depends on what you're going to get. If all I'm going to get is an argument, and I don't want to have the MAGA argument, I just don't want to have it.
Right.
I have my beliefs; they're mine.
Mm-hmm.
I have my, my political views and all that stuff, but I keep it pretty much to myself
Yeah.
and my family.
Sure.
I don't feel the need to ramrod it down anybody's throat.
No, neither do I. Yeah. That's why I won't entertain those either. Like, I won't entertain a fucking fight about what they think about masks or if they like them or don't like them. I also don't need to hear people talk about the benefits. I don't need to be yelled at things I already agree with. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to sit there and have that conversation either. And I think, because, you can run into a situation like that where you're like, take yes for an answer. I gotcha.
I mean, I think in this situation, what are you going to get out of telling this person they're a fucker? And maybe it'll, like, let me put it on, let me paint it this way. Let's say that person's an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing them a great service by saying, I can't be around you, you're an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
That is a great time to tell somebody they're a fucker.
Yeah.
But then you pull away. You don't keep telling them.
No, yeah.
You say, I can't be around you, you're an alcoholic. I got to get myself out of this situation now.
Yeah.
I can't be around you when you drink.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that could hit them at some point and make them go, oh my God, I'm losing all my friends.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of backstory as to why they're not friends or why Patry doesn't want to be their friend.
No.
So it's just like, they bug me. So if it's just like they bug you and they're kind of a shit friend, there's no need to have a breakup conversation. You can just stop being their friend.
Yeah, and if they ask, then you have the option to tell them.
Yeah, and I would.
Or just be me and go completely in.
Yeah, and you could pull a Greg and go into witness protection.
Yeah.
Either way, you're telling them how you really feel about them, and eventually they will get the hint.
Yeah.
But yeah, it all depends on how it's gonna make you feel. If you're gonna feel better by telling them they're a fucker, you might. I mean, like, to use that type of, verbiage, you might feel shitty later after just going off on somebody, unless you really think they deserve it and it'd make you feel better. That's really up to you. But if they bother you, what's the point of being in a relationship if you're not trying to have a civil conversation,
It's not like that person ever wrote me and said, hey, have you ever thought, do you want to talk about this? What's your opinion on?
Right.
It was just immediately, I'm right, you're wrong.
Right.
And he's been like that about a lot of stuff, and so I just feel like, okay, no thanks. I don't want these conversations.
Yeah.
You know? Doesn't mean that I still don't actually care about him. I do, but I just don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll be right back.
Yeah,
this is great, Greg.
Speaking of ghosting people, probably mid phone call. Remember that guy that called in and said, "Oh, never mind," and then hung up?
Yeah, he waited long enough to leave the message, never mind, and then he hung up, but left it as a message. He called, which is one of my favorite messages we've ever gotten.
It's so good. There also was that girl that's just, hey, she called in just to be hey and to be sultry and sexy. And you can call in. How do you call in the show?
That number is 323-379-5544.
So he called back. He called back.
Oh, my God.
Left another message.
Hey there, fellas. My name is Bjorn. But if you could clip out my last name there. But y'all might remember me as the Well, I'm the oops, sorry guys guy, as y'all can clearly tell. I called in a few months ago and left y'all a 5-second voicemail. I thought I would give y'all a call back and explain how that came to be. So I had just left Chipotle's, and I was on my way home, of course. Oh, man, please don't play this.
We have to play it. It's already...
It's done been played.
It's already my favorite thing we've ever gotten. I thought his first message was my favorite thing we've ever gotten. I've been to Chipotle's. I have been to Chipotle's.
What is he trying to tell us?
I don't know.
Bro, what are you struggling with? So I just need to tell you about Mike. It could have been just left as an accident. We could have just all accepted it was an accident.
Yeah.
That he called. It couldn't have been a listener. Could have been a guy
Who got the number?
who got the wrong number.
Yeah.
And called the wrong number.
Yeah. Is that the whole message?
That's the whole thing.
That's it.
That's
I
it.
thought you paused it.
Nah. He hung up after that. Please don't play this. And that was it.
Oh, man. I hope you know that we had to play this. And no disrespect. It's great content. I'm so curious about you now.
I know. Okay, so where's his... Is that it? Do you want to read it, Pat?
Okay, so then he left us a message on Discord, right?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, he is a member of the Discord, and he left a message. He is here under the name Bjorn is Awesome. I think a good way to introduce myself would be to resolve the mystery no one was trying to crack and reveal that I am the oops sorry guys guy. I attempted to call in and explain what happened that fateful day. However, I blunder hysterically, and hopefully you'll never get to hear that.
or we'll play it live.
Play it on the show. Yeah.
For now, my tale. I was at Chipotle's getting some food, standing in line behind 5 teenagers, and the one was going so slow, so I was playing with my phone. When it was finally my turn to order, I got a chicken bowl with black beans, brown rice, pinto hot, guac, cheese, and lettuce. Delicious.
That does sound delicious. Thank you for telling us. Because here's the thing. If you tell me you go to Chipotle and you don't tell me your order, I don't know who you are. I have no way to figure out what you're all about.
I don't get this.
So I get it. You're a bowl guy, which I'm not. I go for the tortilla.
I'm always a burrito person.
Yeah, I love I love a tortilla.
I love me too.
They could literally just wrap tortillas in tortillas, and I'd eat that.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
If there's only tortillas in the, I will just eat that. I won't even go to the store.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got food. I'm fine.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
Oh my. He continues. Anyway, after they give me my food, I headed to my car, hopped in, and was off looking forward to these calories. I didn't get far before the voice of producer Pat began blaring at me through my car speakers, commanding me to leave a message after the tone. And yes, as Kane said, I had no clue what was happening. As well as to Greg's point, I panicked. LOL. And that's how you guys received the 5-second message and my other one. Love the show, fellas. Appreciate all the chuckles.
Well, thank you for the chuckles that you've provided us.
That feels like a prequel to a movie we didn't care about. We're like, we didn't need the backstory even a little bit, but the backstory is also as pointless as the phone call.
The backstory is incredible.
But what's our show about?
His message is as complex as The Wire was on HBO.
Dude.
There's levels and layers and different players and
shit. Listen, I don't even know what our show's about anymore.
No.
Well, after that phone call, I'm confused at what show we do.
What do we do?
What show do we do?
Here's the thing. I could do a show just taking those kinds of messages.
Dude, our fucking advice question it had nothing. It had no details. This dude not only told us what his order was, but how many people and what age range they were that were in front of him before he got it.
Totally. And he laid out the bowl. If you've been to Chipotle, there's an order that you go in.
Yes.
And he laid it in the order.
Perfect.
So it was like you were going down the countertop with him.
Yeah, you were with
everybody
him.
scooping the different things into his bowl.
You were at lunch with him.
Yeah.
Pinto,
And he was taking it home.
hot. I got to take it home.
He had to take it home so he could enjoy it.
And he listens to the show on the car ride home.
Yeah, I like that he pluraled Chipotle to Chipotles.
I like when Chipotle's is what it will be like forever. But I also like that on an empty stomach, he is coerced to do literally anything. So when he doesn't have any food in his system, Pat can just tell him what to do. Pat, tell him what to do right now. Give him like a chore. Because if he's on an empty stomach, he will for sure do it.
Clean your bathroom.
Awesome.
On an empty stomach. If you can call in the show, that number is 323, and he just, like the Manchurian Candidate. Oops, sorry.
Incredible.
Well, congratulations. What's his handle?
Bjorn.
Bjorn
something.
Is awesome.
Bjorn is awesome.
Bjorn is awesome. You are, buddy.
Yeah, agreed.
You are awesome.
All right, we'll be right back.
This is the theme song for What Does This Mean song. The theme song for What Does This Mean song. We'll read a self-help quote, and they're definitely not memes. Memes are something completely different than quotes. Quotes are supposed to help you through all the bullshit in your life. And memes are like that poster of that cat hanging from a tree. And it says, hang in there, baby, or Mondays, am I right? Mondays, am I right? So if you can think of a different title, then we'll probably change it.
What does this mean? We're in at segment 2. Inspiring quotes to inspire us to be inspirational.
Yeah.
Over at our Gmail, DTBFF podcast, Amanda Rodriguez sent one in. Says, yeehaw! Gentlemen, a term I'm using loosely given who you are as actual humans. What does that mean?
Fair.
Okay. Parts of the What Does This Meme song almost sounds like it could be done country music style. Would Pat consider doing this? I don't enjoy country music, but could be persuaded to listen to Pat's fine musical stylings in such a case. Yeehaw, bitch bags. Bitch bags.
Holy shit. Bitch bags.
Bitch bags. Why does that hurt? That like hurt my feelings.
Feels kind of accurate, though.
Yeah, it's like bags is such an awful term to call somebody. It's not the bitch part that I'm upset with. It's the bags part.
Hey, bags.
Would you do a country music version?
Like our listener, I do not care for country music, but
Yeah.
I suppose I could be persuaded to give it a shot.
What if, and hear me out here, but what if I came to your studio and you and I cranked out, we harmonized and cranked out a country music version of the song together?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Greg, would you like to come in with your guitar and
No.
maybe you could be in the back like
No.
a hype man?
No.
And you just hang out for moral support?
Oh, I don't want to be anywhere near that.
We'll have candy, coffee. Come on, bitch bag.
Let me check. Let me check my schedule. 'Cause I got a lot.
I know your schedule. You're available.
I haven't seen all of Temptation Island yet, so
I got to get on that.
how come neither of you are watching F1 racing?
I'm trying. I have a lot to watch. There's a lot. I've been watching Severance, and I've been getting into trying to finish Ozark and Better Call Saul.
Did you finish Severance?
Oh, I finished it, baby.
How did you? Wasn't it fucking amazing?
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It ends. It just ends. I thought there was an episode 10. Why is there only 9 episodes? I was so pissed.
It's only 9.
I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, how? Okay, they got to go back they got to go back. How do they get back in
It's an
there?
incredible cliffhanger.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a really good show. If you haven't watched it, it's on Apple TV called Severance.
Fuck.
And just watch one Drive to Survive.
I've watched one. I'm getting back into it.
It's so I got my dad hooked on it.
Believe me, I'm gonna get back into it. I really enjoy it.
Anonymous Martin is into it now.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
AM.
yeah.
Uh,
F1.
I'm gonna watch some more F1, and then you know what? We'll do an F1. We'll do an F1 bonus episode.
Oh,
We'll get into that.
amazing.
I mean, what a.
I listen to 6 different F1 podcasts now.
What?
Oh man, I'm so into it. I watch the practices, the qualifying, the races.
Jesus.
I'm as into it as I've ever been into anything.
Wow.
It's my favorite thing.
Okay.
It's my favorite thing.
All right, F1.
Yeah.
We'll get on it.
There was a big race in Miami this weekend.
Okay, so after we're done writing our country music, what does this mean theme song, you and I are going to binge a couple episodes of Formula One.
Yeah.
And then, so
you
do
think
you
you
want
won't like it because, like, I would never watch a NASCAR thing.
No, I can't get into NASCAR.
But
I
F1
tried.
racing's a whole other thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get into that world, you're suddenly like, these guys are fucking insane.
Yeah.
And they're cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
And they're rich.
And they're so rich.
And they're all over the world.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And it's dangerous.
It looks incredibly
And
dangerous.
they're young. And there's
Mm-hmm.
one guy, the guy that's the greatest of all time is the only black driver in all of sports history.
Really?
Or, yeah, F1 history. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Lewis Hamilton.
It's a lot of drama.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Formula One. It's on. As inspiring as Formula One is, may not be as inspiring as this meme that we got from Denonymous in our Discord at DTBFF Podcast. Only dead fish go with the flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Swim against the stream, I guess. That's only salmon do that.
Yeah, only salmon do that. Plus, you ever been in a flow before? It's wonderful.
When you get in the flow.
Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to be in the flow.
Yeah, I thought rappers are always in a flow. You ever like get into it like in a river flow? It's nothing more fun
Nah,
than
like
being on
people
like
talk about that in sports, being into a flow.
yeah, flow. This is stupid. Denonymous. You really missed the mark on this one. No, bad. All right, Bjorn is awesome. Our new favorite listener. No matter how hard or impossible it is, never lose sight of your goal.
If it's too impossible, lose sight of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if your goal is to achieve flight on your own.
That is my goal. That is my goal, though. That's been my goal since I was a
like
child.
if you have like dreams like that, maybe they're best to let go of.
No, I never. What are you, insane? I want to fly. I want to be in the flow, baby, in the air. Don't shake your head at me. Denonymous sent another one. If you want to buy things without having to look at the price, we've done this. Work without having to look at the clock. Ugh.
I always look at the price.
Yeah, constantly. And also, I have rich friends. They also look at the price.
The smart ones do.
That's how they got rich.
Yeah.
Denonymous. Come on, man. You're really fucking it up. I'm disappointed in Denonymous. All right. Let's see here. Nick sent a passage. That's long. All right. Nick sent a passage. We'll see how this goes. 2 beers and a puppy, a helpful test for determining how you feel about someone. 2 beers and a puppy is a test that I developed while working on an Esquire story on the American son of a bitch. The test is, in order to find out how you actually feel about someone, ask yourself, would I have 2 beers with this person? And would I allow this person to look after my puppy over a weekend?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Sure.
Would I have? Well, you and I wouldn't have beers with anybody.
No. Sodas, maybe.
Yeah. Would I go to coffee with somebody?
Yeah.
That's a good.
It's a good question.
Whether I like them or not.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel like I could have conversation with them, would I go to coffee with them? Maybe.
Maybe.
Would I let them look after my dogs? I don't know.
On the
I have to really like someone to let him into my house.
That's true. And I've been in his house. Have you been in his house?
No.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
You sit your country ass down, Popsicle.
Popsicle, you're welcome in my home anytime. Anytime.
I don't know about any time.
I think my wife would like Popsicle.
But yeah, Amir would like Popsicle.
My daughters
for sure.
would like Popsicle too.
Yeah. It's a very lovely, kind man.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Easy vibe.
Sorry-
Easy to like.
Sorry, Pat. I've also been in Greg's house.
Oh,
Oh, I knocked over
true. That is true.
That was so shocking. I almost fucked the whole podcast up.
That was amazing.
Sorry, Aaron. Okay, we're good.
That was our
ATC producer.
yeah, our All Things Comedy producer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've what'd you guys do?
What did we do? Oh, you came over to the. Did you come over to the when we had Estoy there?
No, I came with Murray after you had your hip replaced.
Oh yeah, right. Oh right. Yeah, you and Murray came over when I had my hip replaced, which I'm about to probably have my other one replaced.
Oh my God, you're gonna
yeah,
be bionic.
I'm gonna be fucking. I can't believe it, man.
Second hip replacement.
So old.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's crazy. Do you have a hard
Yeah.
time walking?
I gotta. It hurts.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It hurts when I cross my legs and that kind of stuff. Like it's just one of those things where it just hurts. I walk. I'm doing 8 miles a day hiking. But it's still. But it's just one of those things where it's degenerative.
Yeah.
And this is all because of the chemo that my bone density is no good.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Damn.
Great story.
Great story. Old man hip replacement story.
Yeah.
It's a good one. We should put another button on the bingo.
I'll have a walker for a week and then a cane, and then I'll be on a cane for a while.
Well, you're always on a cane for a while.
Good
What's up,
night,
buddy?
everybody. Thanks.
What's up?
High five. There we go. Keep it high. All right, buddy.
Okay. Let's see. We got one from the Alan Brand. If you can believe your ex wasn't a piece of shit for 2 years, you can believe in yourself for 10 minutes.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
Wow. Somebody got hurt.
Yeah. Alan.
Yeah.
Alan. What happened, buddy?
Yeah.
Tell Uncle Kane. Ew.
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 You are an uncle too.
I am an uncle.
You
yeah.
are Uncle Kane.
I am Uncle Kane. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, when Nix read that, Nick said that they feel attacked by Alan Brand's. The Alan Brand's meme made them feel attacked.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go into our stuff now. The ones that we have.
Oh yeah.
We'll save some of these other ones for another time.
Pat, do you have any?
Oh, actually, I do. I didn't bring them up. 1 sec.
I got one here from Carl Jung. It says, a healthy man does not torture others. Generally, it's the tortured who turn into the torturers.
I mean, that's a good backstory for a true crime podcast.
Yeah, that's true. That's a way to start one, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Like Making a Murderer.
Yeah.
Speaking of Making a Murderer, are you guys going to renew your Netflix account? You have to for Formula One.
Yeah, I'll renew Netflix. I like
Yeah.
Netflix. And I like all the dating shows and the.
They do have everything that we...
They don't make
Love.
great movies.
No, their movies are fucking terrible.
Their movies are every one of them is. It's weird. It's like they get great directors, they
Yeah.
get great talent, and then they make terrible movies.
They-
It's like
yeah.
It's a weird thing. It's like, are they not getting the scripts, or
Yeah.
how are they so bad?
I don't understand it. It doesn't make any kind of sense. They have as much money as any other studio, and they keep making shit. They make, for the most part, pretty great TV shows, like Ozark, the first season of Stranger Things. You know, like they have a
They do okay with their TV stuff. Yeah, the Crown was good.
yeah.
Like of course, House of Cards was amazing.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. Like their TV shows, great. Their movies, garbage. I don't understand it. I don't want to watch a Netflix movie ever unless somebody tells me it's good, and then even then it takes me a minute.
Yeah, that Ryan Reynolds thing with The Rock was terrible.
The Ryan Reynolds
Red
fucking-
Notice.
Red Notice, and also the other one where he goes back in time and hangs out with the kid version of himself.
Fuck, I could only watch 10 minutes of that and then I
Dude,
quit.
that movie stinks.
Yeah.
And the time travel doesn't make any sense. You can't change time. Tired of this. Tired of time travel movies doing this.
Yeah.
You can't go back in time and change time. Otherwise, you wouldn't be there. That's how time travel works. Help me. Help me, Greg. Help me.
I'm trying.
Okay. What do you got, Pat?
Let's see here. I've got one. Don't make a habit out of choosing what feels good over what's actually good for you.
That's some pretty solid eating advice.
Eating, drugs, sex.
Yeah.
All the vices.
All the vices.
Yeah, that person in general who's shitty to you.
Yes.
That's good. Pat, good one.
That was a good one. I think I have one, but I look at this. I feel like I black out when I
Yeah. It's probably your hip.
photo these. Maybe it is.
Your hip acting up.
And this came into my feed because I follow Taisha from The Bachelor.
Oh, okay.
That's just what it says at the top. You liked a post by Taisha. And so I got something from a guy named Corey Allen, who I don't know. But what he says is reframing your perspective is a powerful move. Okay. When you feel stuck or resistant, pause and look for the upside. All right. Shifting
Oh my God, it's still
your
going.
thinking from I have to do this to I get to do this engages curiosity. This turns
There-
out,
oh my
this
God.
turns every experience into a chance for growth, wisdom, and understanding.
Your fucking face.
I don't have to do a podcast today.
No, you don't.
I get to do a
You
podcast.
get to do a podcast.
So fucking lucky.
You don't have to be around me and Pat.
No,
You
I get to be around you and Pat. Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
The
man.
feeling.
I'm one of the lucky ones.
You're so lucky. But right now, take pause.
Yeah. Pause.
Pause.
Look for the upside.
What's the upside of being here?
I get to be with you and Pat.
You get to be with me and Pat.
Shifting your thinking from I have to do this. I have to be.
I
with-
have to be here.
So I get to do this. Engages curiosity. I'm so curious about you and Pat.
Yeah. we are a conundrum.
And yet nothing could be further from the truth.
I feel like we're complex characters that you don't seem to understand, and you need to up your curiosity.
I have questions
us.
about nobody.
Fine. I have one question about me.
I have questions about nobody.
I have one question about me, for me.
Sometimes I'll write and ask you if you watched something.
That's true. You do ask me a lot of, did you watch this question?
Did you see this? Have you
Yeah.
seen this?
Or we'll send each other trailers.
Yeah.
That's engaging in curiosity about each other.
Yeah.
You and I don't talk about sobriety. Not anymore. It's just TV and movies.
It's just TV and movies right now.
You're like, hey, man, you staying sober? Good for you, buddy.
I guess I just assume that you are.
I assume you are.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty decent...
We should probably check in.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know, we
That
should
would
be
make
curious about each other. Pause.
Uh-huh. What's the upside? Greg's my friend.
Greg's my friend.
I'll check in, see if he's sober.
Are you sober?
Yeah.
Great. Me too.
Oh, fucking thank God.
Are you sober?
No.
Okay. Well, Pat doesn't need to be sober.
Yeah, no, Pat's a normie.
Yeah. He's got it.
He's got it.
Well, that one was super long. The fact that you kept reading was shocking to me. The fact that you read it and then you kept reading it, then you read it some more, and then when you got to the end, you're like, I'm bringing that to the show. Shocking bit of information. I have questions for you.
I don't even know what I was thinking when I don't know if I was mad at it.
You should be mad at it. Took most of your time away from whatever you were doing that day.
I have to do this. I get to do this.
I have to renew my driver's license. No, I don't. I get to renew my driver's
Yeah.
license. Of
It's people
course.
that it's that kind of help that I kind of hate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And there's people that make huge money giving that kind of help.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm also curious as to see it, like watching that Tony Robbins documentary where he goes out and the things he says or the things he gets people to do, I don't know, they seem almost oddly simple for a guy who's made so much money getting people out of their comfort zones. And then you see a lot of really successful people at them gaining a lot of and they gain success off of it, and then you get to finally peek into it because it's been so secretive for so long. Then when you finally see it, you're like, yeah, I mean, this all seems like something you could learn in a book, or if you ask somebody who's successful that isn't Tony Robbins.
But I think it's Tony Robbins
Sure.
that people respond to. It's
Yeah.
not the information. It's the messenger. You know, I think he has a very persuasive way of being.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know if I have that, if I'm that persuasive.
Maybe. Try and sell Pat on something.
Trying to sell Pat on something.
Yeah. Like, Pat, what are you struggling with?
Dating.
Dating. All right. What's your hang up? What's your dating hang up?
I'm not meeting people that I find interesting to me.
And are you only dating online?
I guess I'm not even really trying.
Well, that's part of your problem. If you're not trying, there's your problem right there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, great. How do you feel now?
Great.
Do you feel invigorated to
I
get
do.
out there and date?
Now you're going to try?
Yeah, sure.
How are you gonna try? Stop being a bitch bag and get out there and try. I'm sick of this shit. That's so great.
Keep trying.
Yeah. Are you looking for somebody? Are you actively trying to look?
No, not really.
I'm just kidding, because you did text me and were like asking me about how Tinder and Hinge and all that stuff worked.
Yeah.
So we never followed up with you. But you haven't been on any dates recently?
No. I always chicken out. I'll make the profile and then I'll look at some people and I'll be like, what am I doing? And immediately suspend the account.
Buddy, you do realize that out of the three of us, you're the most sought after person on the show. No, that's not. People love a popsicle.
People love the popsicle.
I think you could clean up. You know? I think you could get out there. Popsicle Pat.
Look, if you're single and you're listening to the show, slide into Pat's DMs. Help him out a little bit.
Boost that ego. Because right now it doesn't feel like it's too inflated.
No.
You're not an egocentric guy, though.
No.
All right. Well, I want to get you to be an egomaniac.
Oh, no.
I want him to a point where he's cutting us off.
I like that idea.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Remember, it was maybe a few episodes ago, we jokingly said, hey, let's pick a topic for the memes. And so then each inspirational meme will reflect said topic.
Yeah.
And then you said, our first time we do this, it'll be threats.
Yeah.
Well, Pat got a threat.
Oh, wow.
Literally right now, as we were recording the show, I got a threat that came into my Instagram.
Okay.
At DTBFF, producer Pat. Carly P sent in, I will cut out your tongue, scoop out your eyes, and use your skull as a festive dip bowl. And that's the background she chose.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That is a threat.
That's a threat.
That's a total threat.
That inspires me not to be around Carly P.
I like Carly P.
Carly P, man. She's got it. She's really nailed it.
Yeah.
I wonder what type of how she talks in her other relationships. Boyfriends, her best friends. How does she break up with friends? That's what I would like to know.
Yeah.
Scoop out your eyes. Well, thank you, Carly P. Send your threats. Send your threats to DTBFF Podcast.
Yeah, we'll keep it threats for a little while.
Yeah, let's keep it threats until we run out of threats.
Yeah.
All right. Segment 3. Who are we? John?
Yeah, John Davey.
John Davey. Where is this motherfucker? Should have found it. Here we go. Okay. So we got another email in. Our emails are fucking blowing up.
Yeah, but keep blowing it up.
Yeah, Gmail is filled to the brim with stuff. John Davey has one almost specifically for you, Greg.
I love it.
I'm glad Greg tried to be a ska musician.
Oh, wow.
I really like the Reigning Monarchs record, so I'm grateful you tried it, Greg. Checkered clothing and minis are cool anyway. Fuck it. I really enjoy the podcast. I was a huge Walking the Room fan. I've been sober 5+ years, and it's really fun listening to the podcast with sober people who aren't a drag. In my experience, sober people are actually pretty fun, so I don't know why this doesn't generally lead to better podcasts. I'll never watch The Bachelor, but I enjoy hearing about it. I don't know what that says about me, but we're out there. Pat, don't know if you remember me from Chicago, but it's nice hearing you on DTBFF, and I hope you are well. Thanks, guys. John, formerly frequently drunk at house shows in Chicago, currently a boring but happy dad living in Vermont, which is also pretty boring, but that's all right, too. John.
Oh, well, John, thanks. I'm glad my ska career had an effect on one person.
Yeah, at least. At least. You had a real checkered career.
I had a... oh, man.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm so sorry.
It's fair.
I'm going to start drinking again.
It's fair. You know what? I feel like I've listened to a handful of sober podcasts, and they just tend to be too much like going to... it gets bogged down in sobriety, which is its own sort of thing, but it's not necessarily fun. We don't talk about it that much here. We just stay sober and are willing to help other people who want to do so. But talking about it all the time is hard. It's hard to make a sober podcast.
Well, it's also, like talking about sobriety is the same as having like a conversation about comedy or like, something where there's a lot of steps and there's a lot of verbiage.
12 of them.
Very good. You and I are on fire today. But like, there's all kinds of different. There's a ton of conversation that's had in sobriety, like circles, AA and the whatnot, and that I don't find to be all that thrilling of an entertainment, as like content for entertainment. It's just like, hey, if you're interested in sobriety, you can hit us up. If you want to ask us questions about sobriety on the show, absolutely. But to devote an entire hour to sobriety, I mean, that's great. But yes, it would be incredibly hard to make that funny the whole time.
Yeah.
So, but we do appreciate it.
And absolutely, I remember you, John. Thanks for writing in, and thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks, John, with your boring ass in Vermont.
With your family.
With your fucking family. We got another update. Do you remember Kirsten hit us up and said that my friend breakup, she talked about her friend breakup, and her friend breakup was when her best friend responded to the death of her father with a quote, "Oh no, sorry girl," after a decade of friendship.
Yeah.
She then hit us up with a follow-up. Says, so we did follow up. I told her I wanted to overcome this and keep on being friends. Ultimately, though, I decided that this was a deal breaker, compounded with all the other things, not inviting my kids' places, not inviting my single self to the events, like somehow dinner is only something couples like. I just couldn't overcome the lack.
I never liked food until I was married.
Really?
Yeah, I only like to eat in a couple.
What do you do now?
Eat in a couple.
You and Amira only exclusively eat your meals with Amira?
And other couples.
Can I come?
Nope.
It's hurtful. It's just hurtful. I just couldn't overcome the lack of emotional maturity when "I'm so sorry, I don't know what to say" is a reasonable response. Disclaimer, other friends of theirs had their kids over, My kids are super well behaved, and that's not just my mom delusion. It seems like the friend was also in her own way trying to say that she doesn't want to be friends with Kirsten anymore by doing a ton of things like not inviting Kirsten places.
And her kids.
And her children.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like you both were on the outs. Especially if, like, this is the behavior that leads up to your dad dying, and she's like, "Oh, baby, wow, I'm so sorry." And that's, yeah, it looks like you both were trying to break up with each other. At least that's what it sounds like. Anyway, that's the update.
Cool. All right. Keep us updated.
Mm-hmm. Anything else before we get to the Reddit remix?
I think we can go right into Reddit.
Let's fucking get right into the Reddit remix. Am I the asshole for eating mayo? Super weird and uncomfortable. Basically, my older sister, who's 22, recently came to visit with her boyfriend, 41.
Uh-huh.
And he's been an asshole, but I've been as nice as possible to avoid drama until recently. I was literally just in the kitchen making a sandwich, and I pulled the mayo out of the fridge. When I did, my sister's boyfriend suddenly made an obnoxious, loud gagging sound that scared me. He was apparently behind me the whole time. Whatever, I ignored him. Then he came up behind me and told me how disgusted he is with me for eating mayo. Like, what the fuck? You're in our house. I don't even know you. But I kept ignoring him. Before I could close the mayo up to put it back, he grabs it from me and throws it in the trash while telling me how gross mayo is. I was like, "Sir, what the fuck?" I just said, "Hey, my mom bought that. You're a guest. Please don't throw our stuff away." He huffed at me and watched me pull it out of the trash. It was at the very top of some papers that we threw away. He pulled the George Costanza.
Yeah, it was laying on top, below the rim.
Was there a bite taken out of it? Then it was garbage. And when I pull it back out on the counter, he laughed at me and grabbed my sandwich and threw it away. I got mad and said, "What the fuck?" My sister then came in and scolded me and said that he has a repulsed hatred of mayo and that I shouldn't have been eating it around him. How would anyone know that? I said I was in the kitchen when he came in, and how was I supposed to know that? My sister cussed me out, and I just let it go. But then the next day, I walked in front of the pig of a man that my sister calls her boyfriend. And he said, "I think that mayo is making your ass fat, but I'm not complaining."
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Shit. Oh, the person writing in is also a woman. Okay. In front of my mom. I was so humiliated. I voiced my disgust, and my mom made me leave the room. What? Why is this guy getting so many chances?
Oh, my God.
Okay. I cried and took a nap and was woken to my sister shouting at me in my room and saying that her boyfriend said I was eating mayo in front of him again and ruined his whole day and made him almost throw up. What the fuck? I told her I was sleeping the entire evening, and she called me a liar and said that I should stay with a friend until they leave. My mom agreed with her. I said I didn't feel comfortable doing that because of the pandemic, and they scoffed at me. Then my mom came in after and said she'd literally give me money to leave and that she wants me to go for my protection because she doesn't trust him. I told her no, I'm staying, and that if she didn't trust him, she should ask him to leave. She said she wants my sister around and he'd make her leave. She told me if I was going to stay to not eat anything in front of him because it grossed him out, especially mayo. Today I was eating cookout food in my room by myself, and he came in and told me he could smell it and to throw it away. I said, no, I'll just close my door and then he can go. He flipped out and told my sister, and she yelled at me and called me a slut.
What the fuck?
I hate everybody in this story.
You know how sluts love
Eat cookout?
Love cookout
In their bedroom?
in their bedroom by themselves. What a slut. Jesus Christ. And accused me of trying to seduce him. What is he, a cartoon character? Let me waft this pie out the window so he floats into my house.
Oh my God.
I let it go and cried it out. I feel like I'm living in the fucking Twilight Zone. Am I really being outrageous here about having to live with a weird, creepy old man? Am I being the asshole?
I mean, first off, I didn't think that letter was ever going to end.
Yeah, it was so long.
And it goes from mayonnaise to just a whole other world.
Yeah, a whole other thing.
I personally
Yes.
love mayonnaise.
I love mayonnaise so much.
Yeah, I love it.
It's great.
Yeah, I could have just it on bread.
Yeah, me too. I feel
Yeah.
that way. Maybe a little mustard, salt, pepper.
It's just
yummy.
it's a must-have condiment.
Absolutely.
And the French eat their French fries with it. So,
Of course.
but so I hate this guy right from the jump.
Don't touch my stuff.
And then the fat ass comment, like they're just trashy people.
Yeah, this is garbage.
She's not,
No.
but she's living with trashy people.
Yeah, she's trying to eat cookout in her room all by herself.
Cookout.
Cookout. Which means there's probably
What is she having? Is she having baked beans?
corn.
Hot dogs? Like, is she eating hot dogs in her bedroom?
Cold. They're cold, but they were burnt from the grill the night
Yeah.
before. Yeah. I mean, obviously,
It'd
no.
be great if she was just eating a rack of ribs. Like a big old,
Like Flintstones,
like beef ribs.
where it's like tipping her bed a little.
Yeah.
So heavy,
A ton of fat on them that
Oh.
gets stuck in your teeth. And yeah.
and you're like sucking it off the bone, and then you
Yeah.
hear the clink on the metal tin. She gets one of those baking trays and puts them on there. Eats a whole rack of ribs to herself.
Yeah. I would love it if she was eating a rack.
And then he comes in and he's like, "That's disgusting." She's like, "It is."
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That would be hilarious. But obviously, no, you're not an asshole.
No.
This dude is a fucking psycho who just can't seem to mind his own fucking business.
No.
And he's clearly a predator, 41, she's 22, and turns the women against her. It's, woof.
And makes a lewd comment.
Makes a lewd comment, throws your sandwich away. Dude, I would have lost my fucking mind.
No, I would have broken all his fingers.
I would have lost my fucking mind. I would have got it right in his face. Don't you touch my fucking sandwich, dog. I don't give a fuck. I mean, the moment he throws the mayonnaise away, I'm like, you're buying me new mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to the store and you're buying me new fucking mayonnaise because I'm not digging that out of the trash.
No.
One time, my dad was making a sandwich, and it took him a very long time to make this sandwich. My dad had no patience unless it was for food. We had this like big thing of ham, and he cut slices of ham, tomato, lettuce, onion, mayo, mustard. Like, he toasted the bread, cut it diagonally. Because my dad's a fucking psycho.
Your dad has a redeeming quality. He has a...
But he's like holding the sandwich like this. He like puts it in his hand. So like he has both corners and he's like gripping it pretty tight, but there's still a lot of sandwich like hanging off out of his hand because he needs the other hand to like grip it. And he's like holding it in a napkin. And he walks by my sleeping dog and he kind of like tilts the sandwich too low past his knee. The dog, dead asleep, smells the sandwich, like wakes up, looks up, sees just a hanging sandwich above his head, and 2 bites, takes the entire sandwich. It took him 20 minutes to make this fucking sandwich.
Incredible.
He was so pissed.
Oh my God.
I was in the living room. I watched the whole. I thought I almost like traveled forward in time. I saw it happening. I like saw where the sandwich was, and I'm like, dog's gonna eat it, and he did.
Oh, incredible.
It was amazing.
That's incredible.
Amazing. Anyway, that just reminded me of that. That guy is like my dog.
You can write in the shows then how you start this part?
That's how I start this part. Yeah, you want to do it?
No.
Okay. Yeah, if you have any fucking travesty, awful boyfriend or family members who have done something shitty like that and you want to write into the show about it, you can write into dtbffpodcast@gmail.com or DTBFF Podcast on Instagram. And if you're at all interested in reaching the show and supporting us more, you can go to Patreon, patreon.com/DTBFF Podcast. We have many bonus episodes coming your way. A music episode, He's Just Not That Into You review, a Reddit remix. We got all kinds of stuff coming your way over on Patreon. If you want to hit me up, see where I got live shows, you can follow me at Kane Holloway or go to kaneholloway.com.
I'm Greg Barron. It's Gregors at Instagram. Keep those messages coming in. Nobody ever messages.
And you, Patrick?
I'm at DTBFF producer Pat.
You can also call on the show. What's that number, Pat?
That number is 323-379-5544.
Don't take bullshit from fuckers.
Fuck them.
Hey there, if you like the show, you can find bonus episodes and more at our Patreon at patreon.com/DTBFF podcast. And then rate the show 5 stars on iTunes because it's the right thing to do. All music by the Rating Monarchs, produced by Patrick Kelly.